never ceases to amaze me is, like my mother, for instance. Back in 2022, I finished some schooling that took 7 months, advanced classes. I got 8 certifications, and still to this day, she is like denying paying the loan. And when she said she paid it off at the time, and this is what's hurting my credit the most. My family at the time, my dad could have, prevented most of this, because the first time I ever had to call the police was about a comment David Sean Jones made, which insinuated something. And instead of going and knocking on Judy and David's door, which he should have, would just ask them, was this comment made? He stepped out of the vehicle and laughed, which said to them, they can basically do whatever they want. Because just like when I called that Captain Lillard one night and was asking Judy to keep her back door closed, she would not even comply with that, or even do that to eliminate possibilities. So that is probably how they heard exactly what Dad and how he reacted whenever he pulled up. And they were hiding in their house. They didn't have the front door open, but I guarantee you they had the back door open. And had any single family member, any one of them, actually stood up for me at any point, then everything I went through in 2023 would have stopped. But due to their narcissistic tendencies or personalities or whatever, which my grandma, all she cares about is social status. Dad, it's social status and religion. My sister, she's the vulnerable narcissist and also the one who's covert and passive aggressive. She's, I don't have a clue what her problem is with me, but Mom and Kristen are the ones who have spread all the rumors, who have made it difficult for me to even find work because of them. This is why nobody wants to work at McBee's, except, they can only get family members to work there because of how my sister is. That's a fact. And now they're making my daughter go down the same route when she's brighter and shit and could. First she wanted to be a psychologist or do psychiatry or get her psychology degree, or before that she wanted to be a chef. Then she wanted to be a climate scientist. But instead of doing any of that, she knows that the minute she goes against Nana, Nana will withhold any monetary support, and they'll probably just fire her or something. She is worried about backlash, basically, and she's living with them right now. So, and the fact that I had to get physically harassed 2 separate occasions by my father, one time right in front of my mother, the second time I called the police, and the officer put on the report that I claimed. Now, what does a guy have to do in order to prove, someone physically harassed you? Is it like in Liar Liar? Do I have to go in a bathroom and beat my own self up for them to actually believe what I said? Because there is no fucking reason whatsoever for anyone in Dover, including the officers, to not believe everything I have to say. Because honesty shouldn't be so rare, but it is. It is very rare. There's so very few people who can be honest with themselves, who can be honest with anybody else. It's all a facade, and it's all because of the political climate and because of the social norm that our administration has made, just normal. Exaggerations, lies, false police reports, gaslighting, whatever. They have made it the social norm because of these alternative facts. And that is who my family has basically idolized but can't make up their mind about. And they also can't explain their beliefs either. They can't explain anything. They continue to give me silent treatment, no, contact whatsoever, when even for the 7 months I was there, they never explained a single one of their actions, while I can explain every single one of mine.